What's up, players? Now, we're to the last one. To the last one of the three. Sony, Nintendo, now we're on Microsoft. Let's talk about Microsoft, shall we? Microsoft came out swinging. I mean, it hit home runs. Not just one, not just two, but 3 or 4 home runs in this presentation. Now, I know most of y'all would say, nah, that you're putting it too high. You put Microsoft way too high over the other two. They had some good games, good presentation of games, good showcase of new IPs, but they didn't score 4 or 5 home runs. But I have to let you know, my opinion is my opinion, and I'm going to stick to that, shall we? I'm going to say this. Microsoft, I watched the whole entire press conference. I mean, from the beginning to the end, to the point that I recorded it. But when I recorded it, I saw a lot of things that Xbox is doing that Microsoft is trying to be more creative than the other two, but at the same time, it's showing now in a little of the future. It really wasn't, what's the word? They really wasn't on themselves. They was on all but games. Nothing about it. Nothing with the entertainment value, apps, just games. And that was a key standout to me for Microsoft for the first time in their E3. Not worry about entertainment prone machine, the functions of the machine, apps of the machine, what the machine can do, but they were actually talking about games and the future of games. And hint, they even talked about the future of the new console that's coming soon. We don't know how soon, but very soon. But multiple sources saying that it's going to be here real soon. And that's why the rumored PlayStation 5 is rearing its little ugly head, because they know that, I guess, each other know little tidbits on each other, facts or little rumors or little Spygate things on each other, that knowing that the next generation of consoles is coming and they're about to get out first. Who's going to hit out the gate first, Microsoft or PlayStation? But Sony, excuse me. But at the same time, we're talking about the conference. Let's talk about Microsoft conference. And I mean, man, Microsoft had some games, guys. They had some exclusives, Cuphead, DLC. Got a new character, it's a female character. Right now, that looking pretty good. New boss battles and levels. Right now, they showed Crackdown 3, Terry Crews, how he's, his influence in the game is all over the game. He brings his energy to the game. The game looks great. The massive destruction that you could do in the game is phenomenal, man. And what they can do with the machine, with the power of the Xbox One X, is as powerful as the PlayStation 4 Pro. And it is powerful. I'm just gonna be honest with that. And the games that they had, they showcased Dying Light 2, which looked pretty good on the Xbox One X. They showcased Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was great. It looks great. I mean, like I said, I am not a big Assassin's Creed fan. I had some of the games, but I have not really got into it. At the same time, to have a new system, only system that I have upgraded to recently was the Switch. And now that seeing these new types of games and how they could use each idea on the new hardware and the new systems got me intrigued to upgrade to either a PlayStation 4 Pro or Xbox One X. And I ain't gonna admit, it got me intrigued. But right now, we'll see. But right now, the games, back to the games. They showcased a lot of games. The Crew 2, the online capability in that game, the multiple things you could do in that game. Forza Horizon 4. The cars look great. The scenery looks great. Where they made the game, I think it was Britain. But they did a great job of nailing what it may look like, because I've never been to Britain. Germany was the only place I've been to. So the game looks great. I do ARM a lot too as well, so get used to it. Right now, what else that stood out with Microsoft in their showcase? Halo Infinite. That looks great. Halo looks, man, I just lost for words. The Slip Space engine. Every company's coming out with new engines all of a sudden. Unreal 4, Frostbite 2, the other engines they got out there. Man, they just putting up to another level. But right now, Halo looked pretty decent. It was just rendered graphics, but didn't even see the gameplay. But right now, it's Halo. Come on, guys, it's Halo. When do you not get excited for Halo? Move it on. And then Halo was a highlight, and then Gears of War. Let's talk about Gears of War 5 here. I use all my time, talking about Gears of War, then it's worth it. Because Gears of War is one of my favorite next-gen franchises of all time. When Xbox 360, when Gears of War first came on that system, I was blown away. And when I say blown away, it wasn't a rip-off of other games. It wasn't a rip-off of Call of Duty or Battlefield or mix their own style and then capture or steal their other styles from other games to make their game. No, this game was a well thought out game that pushed the system to its limits and then made sure that the mechanics and the gameplay was subpar to the next level. Just like Halo when the first Xbox, when it first came out, no one expected that Halo to be what it was. No one expected Halo to play like it did. No one expected it to be a phenomenon. And right now, an icon in gaming. You know, Master Chief, icon. Just like Mario, he's up there with Mario. You know, he's been out for a while, not as long as Mario, but he's now submitted his footprint in his hands all over gaming now. And back to Gears of War 5, the hardware that the Xbox One X is, how powerful it is, the guts of this thing, the 4K resolution of this thing, the megahertz, the clocking speed of this system, the most powerful system created. And to have Gears of 5, already a next generation franchise on a next generation system, man, it gives you goosebumps just to think about the possibilities they could do with this franchise on that system. Even thinking about how far they could take Gears of War beyond 5, 10, new series, new characters, whatever, which they got going on now. But how long Marcus is going to live? How long is his son going to live? Is his son the bad guy? His son? I don't know what happened after 4. But I know the beginning of 5 where they showed the cinematic trailer, the scene, and some of the gameplay blew me away. And I'm going to just speak on the highlights of Xbox Showcase, the Microsoft Showcase. You had Gears 5, you had Halo, you had Kingdom Hearts 3, you had Crackdown. I said Dying Light, but it wasn't really. You had also Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because that dude looked good. Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones looks great. Like I said earlier in the other video, I have to wait and see what else that stood out. Battlefield 5. That's another video. Right now, there's a lot of Cuphead, mentioned that already twice. There's a lot of things going on with this presentation. Even the Game Pass, the 100 games, and then the games that when they first come out on retail, they're on the Game Pass. That's powerful. The Game Pass is awesome, and then they showcase 50 games. That's why it's so much. I can't remember all of them, but they showcase 50 games, 13 exclusives, 18 exclusives, and 18 exclusives, 13 world premieres, something like that. 13 exclusives, 18 exclusives, 13 world premieres, and something like that. But they show 50 games, and now they're showing the power of their creativity, because they got other studios joining them as well in these studios and stuff to make more and new IP and content. So right now, Microsoft came out swinging with 2 bats in their hands, and they hit multiple home runs with their presentation. Right now, the pro and the con, the good and the bad. What's the good? The good, pretty much everything they put out. I didn't see anything that made it lackluster or below quality or unsatisfying. The good was, I give it an A. And the con, what's the con? Anything that I saw that was con. They always have flaws, but it was barely in Microsoft, because what they made up for, they lacked in, they made up for in another area. So even the pro, to me there's none. I have to go back and watch it, because I don't remember anything that was boring. Anything was boring about the podcast. or not the podcast, but the presentation. Excuse me. I want my podcast to be boring to you. I want you to listen, and I want you to hear every word, and I want you to love it, because this is what we're talking about: gaming news, gaming reviews. Anyway, so that's just me being humorous. Right now, I just want to say that this is an opportunity to see the Xbox One X at its height, at its most powerfulness. So leave your comments down below if you agree with this segment, and just give me your feedback on what you think about Xbox E3 press conference 2018, and we'll converse and talk and get back to one another and continue to move on with the news and segments, right? All right, guys, this is another opportunity to say the Xbox One, but that's another video. We can compare, and I want your feedback on that. But for me to you, you have a good night, be blessed, and remember, game on, players. Good night.